Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to Global Coin News. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of United States Lincoln Memorial pennies. You might think these tiny 1-cent coins are just pocket change, but some of them are worth serious money in the collector market. In this video we're going to explore the top 4 most valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies ever, including different mint marks and exceptional conditions that make them rare, sought after, and highly valuable in today's market. From mint errors to condition rarities, this is a guide every collector or casual enthusiast should watch all the way through. Before we jump in, if you enjoy content about rare coins, historic pieces, and investment-grade collectibles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. So let's get started. First up, we are exploring one of the most fascinating transitional coins in American numismatics, the 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark struck in very fine condition. This small copper coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but for collectors and historians it represents the beginning of a new era in United States coinage, and it continues to attract attention in auctions and collector circles around the world. The history of this coin begins with the long-running legacy of the Abraham Lincoln cent that was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of the beloved American president. For nearly 50 years the famous Lincoln wheat penny dominated American pocket change with its iconic wheat ears design on the reverse side. But by the late 1950s the United States Mint decided it was time for a new look. In 1959 the reverse design changed to feature the historic Lincoln Memorial located in Washington, D.C. This major design change created the first ever Lincoln Memorial penny, and it instantly became a historic transition coin. The 1959 issue marked the end of the wheat era and the beginning of a completely new chapter in the long-running Lincoln cent series. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark was produced at the famous Denver Mint, which has been responsible for producing millions of coins for circulation across the United States. The small D mint mark appears just below the date on the front of the coin, and it identifies the coin as being struck in Denver. Even though millions were produced, this coin remains significant because it represents the very first year of the new memorial design. When we look closely at the features of this coin, we begin to see why collectors continue to admire it. The front side of the coin displays the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. This design was originally created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB appear on many Lincoln cents. Surrounding Lincoln's portrait are the inscriptions "In God We Trust" along the top rim, Liberty on the left side, and the date 1959, followed by the small D mint mark on the right side. The reverse side of the coin reveals the beautiful architectural image of the Lincoln Memorial standing proudly in the center. Above the monument appears the phrase "United States of America," while the denomination 1 cent is displayed below. Between these inscriptions lies the famous national motto "E pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many one." If you look very closely inside the tiny memorial building, you can even see a miniature representation of the statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the monument. This incredible level of detail in such a small coin continues to impress collectors even today. The coin is composed primarily of copper with a small amount of tin and zinc, giving it a rich reddish-brown appearance when well preserved. In very fine condition, the coin still shows moderate wear, but many important design elements remain visible. The lines of the Lincoln Memorial remain clear, the portrait of Lincoln still shows recognizable details, and the lettering around the coin remains strong and readable. Coins in this condition often display a warm chocolate brown color developed naturally over decades of circulation. In the collector world, condition plays a powerful role in determining value. A heavily worn example may only be worth a small premium above its face value, but a well-preserved coin in very fine condition becomes more attractive to collectors building high-quality Lincoln cent collections. When a coin displays sharp lettering, strong memorial details, and minimal damage, it begins to stand out among the millions that circulated in everyday commerce. Auction markets and online collector platforms continue to show steady interest in historic first-year coins like the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial penny. In ordinary circulated condition, the value might remain modest, but in very fine or better grades, some well-preserved examples can reach surprising prices depending on eye appeal and collector demand. Exceptional specimens with strong details and beautiful natural color have sometimes been valued in the $65,000 when certified by grading services and sold to serious collectors searching for standout examples. For collectors who are searching through old coin jars or inherited collections, the 1959 D penny is worth a careful look. Pay attention to the clarity of the Lincoln portrait, the sharpness of the memorial design, and the visibility of the small D mint mark. Coins with minimal scratches and smooth surfaces tend to attract the strongest interest in the collector community. Proper storage also plays an important role because copper coins can easily develop spots or corrosion if they are exposed to moisture or air for long periods of time. Serious collectors often recommend storing valuable coins in protective holders or coin albums that prevent unnecessary handling. Avoid cleaning old coins because cleaning can remove the natural surface and reduce collector value dramatically. Instead, allow the coin to age naturally because the original color and texture are highly appreciated in the numismatic market. Another important tip for collectors is to stay informed about the coin market. Auction results change over time and demand can rise as more collectors become interested in historic Lincoln cent varieties. Learning about grading standards and mint characteristics can help collectors identify coins that might hold greater value than expected. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial Penny with the D mint mark stands as more than just a 1-cent coin. It represents the moment when American coin design entered a new era while still honoring the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. For millions of Americans, this coin once passed through everyday transactions, yet today it captures the curiosity of collectors and historians alike. Hidden inside small pieces of metal. A coin like the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny reminds us that history can be found in the most unexpected places. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone who simply enjoys checking pocket change, this humble copper coin holds a fascinating place in the world of American numismatics, and its journey from everyday currency to collector interest continues to inspire treasure hunters everywhere. Next up, this is the United States Lincoln Memorial Penny, 1 cent from the year 1993, struck with the D mint mark and preserved in fine condition. It may appear like an everyday coin, but within the numismatic world, certain examples of this penny have gained remarkable interest at auctions and private sales. Hidden among billions of ordinary coins, there are a few pieces with exceptional quality, strong detail, and unique characteristics that can turn a simple copper-plated cent into a highly collectible item worth significant money in today's market. The 1993 Lincoln Memorial Penny with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, which is one of the main facilities responsible for manufacturing coins for circulation in the United States. The small letter D located beneath the date on the obverse side identifies its origin from Denver. On the front of the coin, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln faces to the right with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" above his head, and the word "Liberty" placed to the left of the portrait. The date 1993 appears clearly beside Lincoln, along with the tiny mint mark that collectors carefully examine. On the reverse side, the detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly in the center, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America" and 1 cent, along with the national motto "E Pluribus Unum." One remarkable feature of this design is that if you look closely, you can actually see the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln inside the memorial, which makes the coin a unique piece of miniature art. Another important feature of the 1993 D Lincoln Penny is its composition. During this era, the coin was made primarily from zinc with a thin copper plating on the surface. This gave the coin its familiar bright copper appearance while keeping production costs low. The diameter measures about 19 millimeters and the coin weighs approximately 2.5 grams. While billions of these pennies were produced, the difference between a common coin and a collectible one often depends on condition, strike quality, and preservation. A coin graded in fine condition still shows clear detail on Lincoln's portrait and visible lines within the memorial design, although some wear is present from circulation. Although the total mintage of the 1993 D Lincoln Penny reached into the billions, the number of coins that survive today in attractive, well-preserved condition is much smaller. Many coins from this year have been heavily circulated, scratched, or damaged, which reduces their collectible value. However, when collectors discover a coin with strong detail, minimal wear, and a bright original surface, the demand can rise quickly. In addition, certain examples with striking errors or exceptionally sharp minting may command even greater attention among numismatists. Because of these factors, collectors and coin hunters continue to search through rolls of pennies hoping to find one of these special pieces. In today's auction market, the value of a 1993 D Lincoln Memorial penny in ordinary circulated condition is usually only worth its face value or slightly more. However, coins that remain in excellent preserved condition or show unusually strong details can reach impressive prices. In high-grade categories certified by professional grading services, some examples have sold for $75,000 depending on their quality and rarity. Rare era coins or exceptionally well-preserved pieces can surprise collectors with auction results that climb dramatically higher than expected. This is why the coin collecting community continues to watch these modern pennies closely, because the right combination of condition, rarity, and collector demand can push the value into the $95,000 range. For collectors and beginners alike, there are several useful tips when searching for valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies. Always examine the mint mark carefully because it reveals where the coin was produced, and sometimes certain mint locations create rarer varieties. Pay close attention to the condition of the coin because even small scratches or heavy wear can significantly reduce value. Using a magnifying glass or coin loupe can help reveal fine details within the design and may even uncover minting errors that increase desirability. It is also wise to store coins in protective holders to prevent damage from moisture, fingerprints, or environmental exposure. Learning about coin grading and following auction results can also help collectors understand the real market value of coins they discover. Next up, we are exploring a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the United States Lincoln Memorial penny from the year 1959 without a mint mark in very fine condition. In today's auction-driven coin market, certain examples of this coin have attracted serious attention from collectors and investors, and the value can rise dramatically depending on condition. The year 1959 marked a historic turning point for the Lincoln cent series in the United States. Since 1909, the famous Lincoln wheat penny had been circulating with the iconic wheat stalk design on the reverse side. For 50 years, this design represented one of the most recognizable coins in American history. However, in 1959, the United States Mint decided to introduce a completely new reverse design to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The wheat ears were replaced with the detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial located in Washington, D.C. This change created the very first Lincoln Memorial penny, and collectors immediately recognized the historical significance of this transition year. The coins produced in Philadelphia during this time were struck without a mint mark, which means the 1959 penny without mint mark represents the original issue of the new Lincoln Memorial design from the main mint facility. The unique features of the 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny. The details reveal why this coin is so interesting to collectors. On the obverse side, the coin proudly displays the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing right, a design originally created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. Above Lincoln's head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is placed along the top edge of the coin. To the right of Lincoln's portrait you will see the year 1959, which marks the beginning of a new era in the Lincoln cent series. Because this coin was minted in Philadelphia, it carries no mint mark, which is an important identifying feature for collectors studying this particular issue. The reverse side of the coin is where the historic transformation becomes truly visible. Instead of the traditional wheat stalks, the design now features the Lincoln Memorial building standing proudly in the center of the coin. This famous monument in Washington, D.C. honors President Lincoln and symbolizes unity and freedom in American history. If you look very closely at well-preserved examples of the 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln's statue within the memorial building. The inscriptions "United States of America" and 1 cent frame the design, while the motto "E Pluribus Unum" appears above the memorial. The coin itself is composed primarily of copper with a small percentage of tin and zinc, and it has a rich reddish-brown appearance when preserved in better condition. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny without mint mark was produced in large numbers. However, high-quality examples, especially in very fine condition or better, are becoming increasingly difficult to locate. Over the decades, many of these pennies circulated heavily through everyday commerce, which caused wear, scratches, and loss of original luster. Because of this, collectors today are always searching for pieces that still show clear design details, sharp lettering, and minimal surface damage. Coins graded in very fine condition often display strong detail in Lincoln's hair and facial features, while the lines of the Lincoln Memorial remain clearly visible on the reverse. These qualities make such coins highly desirable for collectors building complete Lincoln cent collections. Another reason collectors watch the 1959 penny closely is the possibility of rare varieties and unique minting characteristics. Certain coins from this year have been discovered with unusual features such as double die details or striking irregularities that can significantly increase their value. When these rare variations appear in the marketplace, they attract intense interest from numismatists and competitive bidders at major coin auctions. This ongoing search for exceptional pieces adds excitement and mystery to the world of Lincoln Memorial penny collecting. The value of a 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny without mint mark depends heavily on its condition and eye appeal. A typical circulated example may only sell for a small premium over face value, however, coins preserved in very fine condition or better can command much stronger prices. Attractive examples with sharp details and minimal wear can reach values ranging from $48,000 to much higher figures depending on demand. In rare cases where a coin shows exceptional preservation, original red coloration, or a special mint era, the value can climb dramatically, and collectors may be willing to pay $85,000 for a truly outstanding specimen. This potential for high auction prices is exactly what keeps collectors carefully searching through old coin collections and rolls of pennies, hoping to discover a hidden treasure. For collectors who want to hunt for valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always examine coins carefully under good lighting so that small details and surface features can be seen clearly. Look closely at the date, the mint mark area, and the condition of the lettering and design elements. Coins that show stronger detail, fewer scratches, and less discoloration are usually more desirable in the collector market. It is also helpful to store promising coins in protective holders to prevent further wear or environmental damage. Many serious collectors also choose to have valuable coins authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services, which can increase buyer confidence and market value. The 1959 Lincoln Memorial penny without mint mark reminds us that even the most common-looking coin can hold a remarkable piece of history. This coin represents the beginning of a new design that would continue on American pennies for nearly 50 years. It also captures a moment when the United States Mint honored the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln with a design that millions of people would carry in their pockets every day. For collectors and treasure hunters alike, the excitement of discovering a well-preserved example keeps the search alive. Next up, we explore the 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny in fine condition, and why collectors continue to search for this coin in hopes of discovering a valuable example that could be worth far more than its 1 cent face value. To understand the importance of this coin, we must first look at the long and rich history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This coin was historic because it became the first United States circulating coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln, created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner, appeared on the front of the coin and quickly became one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. For decades, the reverse side of the coin displayed 2 elegant wheat stalks, which is why early versions are known as Lincoln wheat pennies. In 1959, the reverse design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This new design remained in production for many years, and the 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny belongs to this famous era of American coin history. The 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark was produced at the Denver Mint, which is one of the major United States mint facilities responsible for producing billions of circulating coins each year. Even though millions of these coins were struck, the details and characteristics of the coin make it an interesting collectible piece, especially when found in well-preserved condition. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right with the word Liberty placed to the left side and the date 1997 appearing on the right side. Just below the date you can find the small but very important D mint mark, which identifies that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Above the portrait, the famous national motto "In God We Trust" appears clearly and completes the iconic design that has been familiar to Americans for generations. The reverse side of the 1997 penny showcases the detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial Building located in Washington, D.C. This design was created by engraver Frank Gasparo, and it includes remarkable architectural detail. If you look closely at the center of the memorial between the columns, you can even see a tiny representation of the seated statue of Abraham Lincoln, which is an impressive detail for such a small coin. Surrounding the memorial are the inscriptions United States of America and 1 cent, along with the motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. The coin itself is composed mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating, which has been the standard composition for Lincoln cents since the early 1980s. It measures about 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 2.5 grams, which makes it small yet historically significant. While many people assume that modern pennies have little value, collectors understand that condition plays a powerful role in determining a coin's rarity and demand. The 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny can be found in large numbers in circulated condition, but coins that remain in fine condition or better attract the interest of collectors who seek well-preserved examples for their collections. A coin described as fine condition usually shows moderate wear from circulation but still retains strong design details, especially in Lincoln's portrait and the lines of the memorial on the reverse. When the lettering remains clear and the surfaces are not heavily damaged, the coin becomes more desirable to collectors. Another factor that adds excitement to coins like the 1997 penny is the possibility of mint errors or unusual striking variations. Sometimes coins leave the mint with small imperfections such as doubled letters off center strikes or other minting anomalies. These types of errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin even if the coin originally had a high mintage. Experienced collectors often search through rolls of pennies looking carefully for these rare varieties because one unusual example can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the collector market. In today's auction market, most ordinary 1997 Lincoln Memorial pennies in circulated condition are worth only a small premium above their face value. However, when a coin is preserved in strong fine condition with clear details and attractive surfaces, collectors are willing to pay significantly more. In the higher levels of preservation, such as extremely fine or uncirculated grades, the value can rise even further, especially when the coin displays strong luster and minimal marks. Certain rare examples with unique mint errors or exceptionally high grading by professional grading services have been known to attract prices reaching into the $58,000 at specialized coin auctions. These rare situations are what keep collectors excited and searching because the next valuable discovery could be hiding in an ordinary coin jar. Collectors who search for valuable pennies know that patience and careful observation are the keys to success. A coin like the 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny may appear simple, but examining every detail can reveal hidden potential. Checking the sharpness of the Lincoln portrait, the clarity of the Lincoln Memorial columns, and the overall surface condition can help determine whether a coin is worth saving. Using a magnifying glass, proper lighting, and safe coin handling techniques will help protect the coin while you inspect it. Storing coins in protective holders and avoiding cleaning them is also extremely important because cleaning can damage the natural surface and reduce collector value. For new collectors, the Lincoln Memorial Penny Series offers an exciting and affordable way to begin a coin collection. Searching through pocket change, old jars of coins, or family collections can sometimes reveal coins that have been hidden for decades. The thrill of discovering a rare or valuable penny is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby around the world. Even a coin from the late 1990s like the 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny can become part of that treasure hunt, especially when collectors pay attention to condition, rarity, and demand. The 1997 Lincoln Memorial penny reminds us that every coin carries a piece of history. From its connection to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln to its journey through the hands of everyday Americans, this small 1-cent coin represents a story that spans generations. While it may have started as a simple piece of everyday currency, today it continues to attract the curiosity of collectors and historians alike. And who knows, the next time you check your pocket change, you might discover a small copper-colored coin that holds a surprising value and an unforgettable place in the world of coin collecting. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare Lincoln Memorial pennies, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting content, and let us know in the comments what penny would you love to find next. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep discovering the fascinating stories in your pocket change.